YouTube? Welcome to another episode of KJ Sports Talk, where we talk sports. And I know I've been MIA for a little while, but got a lot of stuff going on right now. I'm about to move to a new spot, so been busy with that, packing and everything that comes with that. So I've been busy. That's why y'all ain't seen me for a while. But I am back with a video. This video will be a review on Sunday night's WWE TLC pay-per-view. But before we get into the video, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to leave your comments down below because I will reply to them. But let's get into the video. So Sunday night, if you didn't see it, Sunday was WWE TLC pay-per-view, and to me, I would give the pay-per-view a B plus. To me it was a pretty good pay-per-view. I would have gave it out of 5 stars 3.5 to 4. To me it was a pretty good pay-per-view. You had some champions retaining their title. You had some return people that just came back. New champions, like a shocking ending that was literally. So it was a lot that went into this pay-per-view. It was a pretty good pay-per-view. So pretty much tell you what I thought about the pay-per-view of every match and what could possibly come out future-wise of each match. So first off, if I'm not mistaken, it was the first match of the night. Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles for the WWE Championship in a TLC match, and which eventually turned into a triple threat match with Drew McIntyre, AJ Styles, and The Miz cashed in his Money in the Bank contract and lost for whatever reason. But Drew McIntyre ended up winning the match. The only thing I had a problem with, I did not have an issue with The Miz cashing in on that day. It was a pretty good idea. Both men been through hell during the match. So both men were weak, and so it makes sense for you to try to cash in your Money in the Bank. But what I don't get is the fact that at the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, y'all put the Money in the Bank briefcase on Otis. Nobody believed that he would win the title. Let's just get that out of the way now. Nobody believed that. I know I damn sure didn't. I ain't believe that. So y'all put it on Otis. We all knew that nothing was gonna go with that. So then y'all took it off of Otis, put it on The Miz, just so The Miz could cash it in and lose. What was the point of doing all that? Should have just put it on somebody that y'all think could have cashed it in and won it. So now it was just like a waste of the Money in the Bank briefcase. That was kind of a waste. So, but Drew McIntyre ended up winning it. He ended up winning that match. So we'll see where this rivalry between him and AJ Styles go. Plus with The Miz, plus everything going on with him and Sheamus. We'll see how that goes. But that's the only part of that didn't make any sense. The fact that y'all put it on Otis to put it on Miz just to have Miz lose. Didn't make any sense. But moving on. So then you had Carmella versus Sasha Banks for the SmackDown Women's title. And Sasha Banks did win the match, which I kind of predicted. Carmella coming off of a little time off. It was good to see her back in action with the little promos that she's doing. She looked good in the ring, but I predicted Sasha to win this match mainly because in the future, I kind of see them setting up a Sasha Banks versus a Bianca Belair match. Possibly at WrestleMania, you never know, but that's what I see in the future. So that's what that match. Next match was the Hurt Business versus the New Day for the Raw Tag Team titles. Hurt Business did end up winning the match. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander are now the Raw Tag Team champions. You got Bobby Lashley as the United States champion, and then you got MVP as pretty much as the mouthpiece of the stable. And I'm loving the stable right now. I'm loving what they doing with these 4 competitors. When Shelton Benjamin came back, he was with Chad Gable for a minute, and that went nowhere. Cedric Alexander, he was lost in the mix. Bobby Lashley was doing that horrible, terrible God, I was so tired of that angle with Lana and Rusev. I'm so glad they got him out of that. Like that, that angle became so damn boring, and I was just so damn tired of it, and I'm glad they got rid of it. But ever since they put this group together, all the men have been exceeding since they've all got together. So I salute MVP for that, because if I'm not mistaken, it was his idea, and ever since they all got together, all 4 of those men have been exceeding. So I'm loving the Hurt Business as a stable. I'm loving them as a group, and I'm glad they're the new Raw Tag Team champions, because I'm just being real. I like the New Day, but they're starting to get old now. They all the coming out dancing. It's starting to get old to me. So kind of glad they lost. Next, you got Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler versus Asuka and the returning Charlotte Banks for the women tag team titles, which Asuka and Charlotte ended up winning, which kind of a bummer, because I was hoping that Charlotte would return like at the Royal Rumble next month, at the end of next month. So that was kind of a bummer, but she returned. You know, she's the queen, came back and won the championship. So I don't know how long Asuka and them are gonna hold this title. I think in order for them to make these these women tag team titles a little more prestigious, if they form new tag teams. They gotta form new tag teams so they can have more tag teams fighting for the title. So, and you can even question, should they have a Raw women's tag team champion and a SmackDown's women's tag team, because you only got one per title. So I don't know how they're gonna, have more teams fighting for that title. After that, you had Roman Reigns. Pretty much you had Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Kevin Owens in a TLC match. And pretty sure y'all all predicted Roman Reigns did win with the help of Jey Uso. It was pretty much a damn handicap match. It's not like Roman was fighting KO for a little while, then Jey came out. Jey was out there from the start of the damn match. So it was a handicap match. But KO did put on a pretty good fight. And I'm loving this with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. I'm loving it. And I cannot wait to see what they do when Jimmy Uso come back off an injury, and it'll be all 3 of them in one stable. Like, that's mainly what I'm waiting for. I cannot wait till that happens. But we'll just have to wait and see after he comes back off injury. But Roman Reigns did win his title back. He regained his title with the help of his cousin. Like I said, it was a handicap match. It was never a one-on-one match. So we have to see, are they going to continue the Kevin Owens and Roman, or are they going to give him a new competitor? I thought it was going to be Daniel Bryan, but you never know. They're probably going to say that for another pay-per-view, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania. You never know. But we'll just see where that goes. And last but not least, the Firefly Inferno match between Randy Orton and Bray Wyatt. This match, it was my favorite match of the night. Because first of all, when they said this is a Firefly Inferno match, I knew, if you're a wrestling fan, you already know what an Inferno match is. I didn't know what the hell a Firefly Inferno match was. Like, they be killing me with these names of these matches that they making up. Funhouse match, Boneyard match, now you got a Firefly Inferno match. It's a damn Inferno match. But the things that was going on in that match, how Randy was sitting in the rocking chair, Bray tried to light him on fire, them two trying to push each other in the fire, and of course Bray ended up catching on fire. And even this was the crazy part to me. Even after this man was on fire, he was still trying to fight. It took for him to be on fire and Randy Orton hit him with RKO just to get him down. Just to get him down. That was crazy. That got me. But after that, after the Fiend, because he had already lost the match because he was caught on fire. After he lost the match, he's on the mat, knocked out. Randy pours gasoline on him and then sets the Fiend on fire. And he's just literally burning in the middle of the ring. Now, Vince, I like that you did that because it's not... Because we know that the WWE is PG, but that was a little edgier than what we're used to lately from WWE. Like, y'all just set somebody on fire on TV. I mean, I know it really wasn't Bray, but you know what I'm trying to say. Y'all just set somebody on fire on TV. That's not PG-13, so I did like it for that matter. And one thing I wanted to address about that, and what this rivalry between Bray and Randy Orton reminded me of, a lot of people said after the match that it made the Fiend look weak, that he lost the match. But it actually made him look opposite of weak. He looked very strong in that match, because think about when Randy Orton was feuding with the Undertaker in 2005. Randy Orton set him on fire. Now let's just get to the let's talk about the Undertaker first. The Undertaker's character was one of those characters that was supposed to be just a unstoppable force that could not be stopped. And that's pretty much how they used the Undertaker throughout his career. And then when he rivaled with Randy Orton in 2005, Randy Orton set him on fire, drove him into the backstage of the SmackDown little entrance. He did all that to the Undertaker, and he got a couple of wins. He got a couple of wins on the Undertaker during that rivalry. He got 2 wins, Undertaker got 2. So they were making the Undertaker look like an unstoppable force that could not be stopped. And throughout their rivalry, you would hear Randy Orton saying, "I killed the Undertaker," but the Undertaker just kept coming back. And I feel like that's the same thing that they're doing with this rivalry between him and Bray Wyatt. He tried to burn Bray Wyatt once. The Fiend came out. Then he just burned the Fiend at TLC. But I'm pretty sure that the Fiend is going to come back even stronger than ever. So I feel like that's where they're going with this rivalry, making the Fiend really look like an unstoppable monster that cannot be stopped no matter what you do to him. And that makes him look even stronger. So that's what I get out of that. And like I said, I thought the pay-per-view was a really good pay-per-view. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section. And I'll see y'all on the next video.
And this is a friendship that'll never end.